Invincible Season 3 continues to explore complex character dynamics and intense plot lines, solidifying its place in contemporary superhero storytelling. Here's an in-depth review focusing on key character arcs and pivotal plot points. Let's start off with the main character himself, Mark Grayson, aka Invincible. Mark's journey this season delves deeper into the burdens of heroism. He grapples with the aftermath of previous battles, especially the catastrophic fight with Conquest, a formidable Viltrumite adversary. This confrontation leaves Mark severely injured, highlighting his vulnerability despite his immense power. His recovery is not just physical. He faces emotional and ethical dilemmas, particularly concerning his relationship with the Global Defense Agency (GDA) and its director, Cecil Stedman. Mark's discovery of Cecil's morally ambiguous decisions, such as utilizing former foes for the greater good, strains their alliance and challenges Mark's perception of justice. The fight between Conquest and Invincible is one of the most brutal, emotionally charged, and defining moments in Invincible. It serves as a turning point for Mark Grayson, testing not just his physical limits, but also his mental resilience and ideology. Conquest, being an elite Viltrumite warrior, utterly dominates Mark for most of the fight. Unlike previous battles, where Mark could hold his own for a while, Conquest makes it clear from the beginning that Mark is nowhere near his level. The sheer ferocity and violence of the encounter push Invincible into an almost horror-like atmosphere, with Conquest toying with Mark as if he were a child. Mark is beaten, battered, and covered in his own blood within moments. What makes this fight so intense is that Conquest enjoys the carnage. He isn't just following orders. He genuinely loves fighting and destruction. He relishes Mark's pain and wants to see just how much the young hero can endure. It's a fight that feels one-sided, yet Mark refuses to give up, showcasing his defining trait, his unbreakable will. Despite being pushed to the brink of death, Mark doesn't stop. This fight is not just about survival, but about proving that he won't be broken like his father once was. At one point, Mark snaps, unleashing a level of rage and violence he hasn't before, tearing into Conquest with everything he has. This is significant because it mirrors Omni-Man's past brutality. It's a moment that blurs the line between Mark's heroic ideals and the violent instincts of the Viltrumites. The emotional weight of this battle is immense. Mark isn't just fighting for his life, he's fighting against the inevitability of becoming like his father. The way he finally overcomes Conquest, not through skill, but through sheer willpower and desperation, is a testament to his growth as a warrior and a hero. Even in death, Conquest gets the last laugh. His smug satisfaction at seeing Mark unleash his inner Viltrumite rage is chilling. He wanted to push Mark over the edge, and in some ways, he succeeded. The damage done to Mark isn't just physical, it's psychological, leaving him shaken and questioning just how different he really is from the Viltrumites he despises. This battle is one of the best fights in the entire series because it isn't just about strength, it's a mental war between Mark's ideals and the brutal reality of what it means to be a Viltrumite. It sets up future struggles, both internal and external, and proves that Mark still has a long way to go before he can truly stand against the full force of the Viltrum Empire. In short, it's a masterpiece of storytelling and violence. Nolan Grayson, aka Omni-Man. Nolan's arc is a profound exploration of redemption and the complexities of paternal bonds. After his betrayal in earlier seasons, Nolan seeks to reconcile with Mark and atone for his actions. His struggle to balance his Viltrumite heritage with his genuine love for his family adds depth to his character, prompting viewers to question the possibility of forgiveness and change. After his devastating betrayal and departure from Earth, Nolan confronts the consequences of his actions and seeks to reconcile with his son, Mark. This season delves into his vulnerability and evolving relationships, particularly highlighting his alliance with Alan the Alien against the Viltrumite Empire. Nolan's internal struggle between his inherent Viltrumite nature and his genuine love for his family adds depth to his character, challenging the traditional notions of heroism and villainy. While some characters begin to see him in a more sympathetic light, others remain wary, reflecting the show's commitment to exploring moral ambiguity. Debbie Grayson. Debbie's narrative focuses on resilience and self-discovery. Coping with Nolan's past actions, she embarks on a journey to redefine her identity beyond being a wife and mother. Her involvement in humanitarian efforts showcases her strength and commitment to making a difference, providing a grounded counterbalance to the series' superhuman elements. Debbie deserves all the love and peace in the world. Adam Eve. Eve's storyline addresses themes of empowerment and responsibility. She grapples with her expanding powers, which now include a form of immortality, and the implications they have on her personal life and future. Her relationship with Mark faces challenges as they both navigate the complexities of their superhero duties and personal desires, including hints at potential parenthood. As she fully embraces her role as a hero, she struggles with balancing her immense power and personal autonomy while confronting the harsh realities of being a superhero. Her efforts to protect those around her, especially in the face of escalating conflicts, showcase her unwavering compassion and moral compass. However, her journey is also marked by self-doubt as she grapples with the limitations of what she can truly change. Despite her godlike abilities, Eve's relationship with Mark becomes increasingly strained as they navigate their different approaches to heroism, further complicating her emotional state. Season 3 continues to explore her growth, pushing her to redefine what it truly means to be a hero in a world full of impossible choices. Cecil Stedman. Cecil embodies the ethical gray areas within the series. His pragmatic approach to global threats leads him to make controversial decisions, such as employing reformed villains and conducting morally dubious experiments. This pragmatism creates tension with Mark, who struggles to reconcile Cecil's ends justify the means mentality with his own moral compass. In Season 3, Cecil Stedman's arc is a testament to the brutal pragmatism required to protect humanity in a universe filled with overwhelming threats. As the head of the Global Defense Agency, he is forced to make increasingly difficult and morally gray decisions, often sacrificing his personal ethics for the greater good. His trust in Mark is tested as he struggles to control the growing chaos, especially with the looming Viltrumite threat and other unpredictable dangers. Cecil's calculated and often ruthless approach to leadership is further explored, revealing the toll it takes on him emotionally and mentally. Despite his cold and manipulative methods, his genuine desire to protect Earth remains clear, making his arc one of constant moral conflict balancing power, secrecy, and the weight of impossible choices. Rex Blode. In Season 3, Rex Blode undergoes significant character growth, transforming from the arrogant, hot-headed brawler into a true hero who understands sacrifice and responsibility. Initially, he still carries some of his brash attitude, but as the season progresses, he steps up as a leader within the Guardians of the Globe, showing more maturity and selflessness than ever before. Rex finally earns the respect of his teammates, proving that he's more than just a loudmouth with explosive powers. He's a fighter who genuinely cares about protecting others. His redemption is solidified in his final moments, where he makes the ultimate sacrifice to save his team, using his powers in a desperate, last-ditch effort to hold off an overwhelming enemy. His death is tragic yet meaningful, marking the culmination of his journey from reckless show-off to a true hero, leaving behind a legacy of courage and growth. Conquest. Introduced as a relentless Viltrumite warrior, Conquest serves as a catalyst for significant character development in Mark. Their brutal encounters not only test Mark's physical limits, but also his resolve and ideology. Conquest's presence underscores the ever-looming threat of the Drumlate Empire and sets the stage for future conflicts. It was poetic in a way having Jeffrey Dean Morgan voice Conquest. If you don't know a lot of the actors from The Walking Dead, voices some of the characters in Invincible, since both shows have the same showrunner, Robert Kirkman, like Stephen Yeun as Mark Grayson, who played Glenn in The Walking Dead, for example, or Ross Marquand as Immortal, who played Aaron, Harry Payton as Black Samson, who played King Ezekiel, Lauren Cohen as War Woman, who played Maggie. There are a lot of Walking Dead actors who voiced characters in the show. However, in The Walking Dead Season 6, Glenn was killed by Negan, who was played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. In Invincible, it's reverse. Mark kills Conquest, so in a way, Glenn killed Negan, if that makes sense. Another thing I wanted to talk about was Kate and Immortal's argument with Ray, Rex, and Monster Girl highlights the growing tension within the Guardians of the Globe, but it also exposes just how frustratingly stubborn and self-righteous the two can be. Their unwillingness to acknowledge any fault in their leadership, paired with their dismissive attitude toward valid concerns, makes the entire exchange infuriating to watch. Instead of fostering unity, their defensive stance only widens the divide, making it clear that they see themselves as above criticism. Kate, in particular, comes off as exasperatingly condescending, acting as if experience alone justifies her choices, while Immortal's sheer arrogance makes any productive conversation impossible. Their inability to compromise or even consider the perspectives of their teammates only adds to the frustration, leaving the group more fractured than before. Key plot points. Viltrumite threat. The season intensifies the looming danger of a full-scale Viltrumite invasion, with Thrag, the formidable leader, orchestrating plans that could spell doom for Earth. Mark's visions and encounters with other Viltrumites heighten the sense of an impending war, building anticipation for future seasons. Moral ambiguity. The narrative delves into the complexities of heroism, questioning the black and white morality often depicted in superhero tales. Characters face ethically challenging decisions, prompting viewers to ponder the true cost of safeguarding humanity. Familial bonds. The Grayson family's dynamics are at the forefront, exploring themes of trust, betrayal, and reconciliation. Nolan's attempts to mend his relationship with Mark and Debbie add emotional depth to the overarching plot, highlighting the personal stakes amidst global threats. Eve's evolution. Eve's struggle with her evolving powers and their implications introduces a subplot that intertwines personal growth with the responsibilities of wielding immense power. Her journey adds a nuanced perspective on the sacrifices and challenges faced by superheroes. In conclusion, Invincible Season 3 masterfully balances intense action sequences with profound character development. The series continues to challenge traditional superhero tropes, offering a narrative rich with moral complexity and emotional resonance. As the threat of the Viltrumite Empire looms larger, the stakes have never been higher, leaving audiences eagerly anticipating the next chapter in Mark Grayson's saga. Honestly, I would hate to be a superhero, especially seeing all the things they go through. Not a moment of peace, just one thing after another. I understand why Ray quit in the end. And that wraps up my review of Invincible Season 3. Has definitely taken things to a whole new level with intense fights, emotional arcs, and some serious character development. What did you think of this season? Did it live up to the hype? Or were there moments that didn't sit right with you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay super!